let's start off with some weight or tray arms. Main thing when you're doing these, make sure that your wrists are not like this. Anytime you hold the weights, your wrist should be nice and straight, okay? That's gonna create a nice tunnel for your carpal tunnel. Okay, open here, weight or tray, out to the side. These are for your rotator cuff, and then back to center, and then out, back to center. Let's not bring the weights all the way together in front. Just bring them out in front of the elbows and make that small quarter circle arc, which is just out. Check those wrists that the weights aren't weighting the wrists down, and keep that curl in, wrists straight, shoulders down. This might feel pretty easy. Now, if this is a case where the elbows are close to the body, so if you wanted to use heavier weights, you could. But we also have a whole class yet. We have a whole class. So you know what that means. Okay, now you're gonna bring your elbows into the side body. Try to stay in your horse stance, and you're gonna stretch it up and back and up and back. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Go at your own pace for 5 more. I like to inhale as I press up, exhale as I pull down. Oh yeah, we're still in the horse stance. Last one. Don't forget about that. Okay, inhale, stand up, and just bring the weights by your side for a minute. Roll your shoulders. So I'm gonna parallel my feet, just keep my legs wide, and my shoulders go up, back, and down with the weights in them. Up, back, and down. Up, back, and down. Up, back, and down. 2 more. This is working your shoulders. You got weights, you're working it. Okay, now let your arms hang down by your side, tilt your head to the left. Tilt, tilt, tilt. Weights in the hands, very heavy. Inhale the head up, exhale to the other side, head tilting, left arm heavy. And over to the other side, tilt 1 more time each side. Keep an eye on the neck that it's not overworking. Also watch the tops of the shoulders. It likes to overwork too. Back to center, over to the other side. And back to center. Okay, turn the right foot out, bend that knee and come into a side angle. And you're gonna keep the weight on your waist, the top weight on your waist. And we're gonna work the bottom weight in that bottom hand into a little bicep curl. So bicep curl up and down, up and down. This is a case you may want to use a little bit heavier weights, right? The elbow's anchored, the weight is close to your body. If you, as Crystal says, really want to pump it up, you could use bigger weights. Jean Marie, yes, you made it. Nice to see you. And 3, and 2, and 1. Now stay here, okay? Anchor that elbow, stay holding that weight on the bottom. We're gonna take the top arm, hug the elbow into the side, pull that belly in like a plank, and then arm's gonna stretch out. Actually, let's stretch it straight up to the ceiling. Okay, that'll be easier on the shoulder. Tap the elbow in towards your sideways, stretch the arm straight up. Tap it, up, tap it, up, tap it, up. If you want a little bit more, you could go a little bit more at a diagonal once your arm gets warmed up. That's it, tuck it in. When you pull the elbow down, focus on squeezing the weight and pulling the shoulder down with it. And that stretch up is sort of like a stretch. When you pull the elbow down, really work the pull down motion, because we don't get a lot of that in yoga. So we want to accentuate that part of this motion. Pulling down, pulling down. Yeah, pulling down. Makes a difference, right? Last one. All right, come on up and out. Let's change sides. So I'm gonna get that weight right on that hip, hold it right there, and work the bicep of the bottom arm. Pull it in. Belly's gotta be lifting up, tailbone going down. Front knee right over that ankle. Don't let that knee cave in. That's it, you guys, and in. On this motion, I want you to work the squeeze in. So when you release the weight down, Really squeeze the weight into the chest. Squeeze the weight into the chest. Then you're really working the bicep action of the bicep curl. If you want it to be harder, increase weight or slow the motion down. 2 more. Hi, Jonathan, nice to see you. Okay, now anchor that bottom shoulder. Feel strong in that bottom arm. Take the top arm, elbow tucking in, belly in, and stretch it up and back, up and back. Tuck that elbow while you pull. Yeah, that's it. When you're doing the pull down motion, I like to, when I pull down, I'm exhaling. When I reach up, I'm inhaling. Or just flow the breath and do the movements with a flowing breath. So either one is fine. So if you're slowing down your movements, you could do it with the breath. If your movements are a little quicker like mine, you can flow the breath. 3 more, 2 more, last one, and coming up. Okay, take the weight. This is a shallow stance, so it's not as long. You're gonna just let your weights drop you down and up, down and up. And because we're not really using the weights far from the body, you could use heavier weights here. Down and up. So this is a variation of high lunge or warrior one. And when you come down, make sure your knee isn't going past your heel. I noticed when I was doing it at first that my knee was shooting a little past my ankle. Yeah, so keep that shin vertical. That's good. That looks good, Gabriella. Yeah. And 5 and 4. Nice. And 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Sustain the lift of the back knee. So stay on that leg and reach the arms up. Start to look up and push the weights up towards the ceiling. Lift, lengthen, extend. Keep pushing the weights up towards the ceiling. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on out. Change sides. All right, this is such a good one. Isn't it? Yeah, it gets so many areas in the body. Release the weights by your side, nice straight arms. And you're gonna bend that bottom knee, check your front knee. See this nice stacking of the front leg? When you bend, that's what you want. And then I like to do a little bit of both. So deeper bending in the front knee and bending the back knee. You can limit one or the other depending on how your knee is taking this. So make sure that your knees are happy. And so you could do this with more of a straight back leg and just bending the front knee, right? If that's too difficult for you to bend deep in the back knee. Yeah, honor your body. Listen to it carefully. And 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. I'm sweating over here. And 1. Okay, lunge, lift your back knee. Get that nice stretch in your psoas and stretch your arms up. Inhale. Lift your gaze. You could do this without weights if arms overhead is difficult. You could also do this with cactus arms if arms overhead is difficult for your shoulders. Cactus pose is a really nice one that helps rehabilitate the shoulder joint. Press the weights up. Lift your back knee. Lift your chest. One more breath. Exhale, come on out. Okay, we got one more, but I need to take a little break. Taking a breather break. Woohoo! Okay, that's good. Step your right leg back, guys, in a warrior one stance, so it's a little more stable. I'm not doing a long stance. This is a shallow stance here. I'm gonna lean forward. Actually, you can drop one of the weights, and that way you can just take your hand on your front knee, and you just have the weight in your right hand. You're gonna go back for tricep and forward. Elbows close to the body, so you could do a stronger or heavier weight here. Tricep press. The other thing you can do is you can grab both 2-pounders, right, when you're doing these single arm ones. So I just grabbed 2 2-pounders and I'm going for it. That's it. Work it, Jonathan. Yes, pump it up. Nice. Laurel, good. Nice, Judith. Tricep stretch. So see where my elbow is? It's tucked into my side. I'm not bringing my elbow forward like this. It's tucked in the side and I'm only going against gravity by pushing back. That's the hard arc from 90 degrees to 180. And 5 more. Yes. Nice. I like that. Jennifer and Brigitte here both are doing the 2 2-pounders. They grab those 2 2-pounders, put them in one hand. That's talent. Okay, come on out. Let's do the other side. Just flip it around. Switch the weights into the hand. Bow forward. So bowing forward is part of the key feature of this pose, because when you bow forward, you're going against gravity when you do your tricep press. So in a PT clinic, people will just have their hand on a chair or whatnot, but here in yoga, oh no, this is a pose. This is warrior one. And we can get a lot out of the lower body by staying in the lunge in the lower body and working the upper body. Now your shoulder should be pinned back. Don't let it drop forward. That's going to be a very vulnerable position for the shoulder. So bring that shoulder up, keep it tacked back. That's part of defying gravity here. And push that arm into a fully straight position. Yeah, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Come on out. Exhale. Okay. Ground in your mountain pose. Inhale. Let the weights draw your shoulders down. Exhale. Feel the heart beating. Breathe in. The legs grounding you. Crown of the head reaching upward towards the heavens. One more breath here. Okay, bring the feet closer together. You're going to bring the hands and the elbows in position. And then you're going to bring right knee up, both arms up, and then arms down, leg down. Left knee up, arms up, arms down, leg down. So we're segmenting it so you can work on your balance. Knee up first, both arms rise, both arms drop, leg drops. Knee up, both arms up, both arms down, leg down. So think of your knee coming up, then the arms moving, then the knee coming down. Shift the weight, get your balance, then add the arms. 2 more each side. One more each side. Feel the core work in this. When you bring your knee up, it helps contract the core. Then you keep your core going the whole time while you do your arms and lower the leg. Last one. And down. Okay, guys, take the weights, put them away. Take the feet wide on the rails of your mat. Clasp your hands behind your back and fold. Clasped hand, Uttanasana. You could have your knees bend. You could use a strap. Release the neck. Deepen the breath. Release the arms down to the floor. So grab a hold of one or both weights. You're going to go back to your side plank with your knee down. And I've got 2 weights in my hand to make for a 4-pounder. You might just want a 2-pounder. Before you do anything, line up your back foot, your bottom knee, and your bottom hand all in one line. Don't have this leg travel way back here because it's going to go into your low back. All right, you got everything in one line. That looks good. Draw your belly in, bring your elbow, tuck it into your side waist, and we're going to go straight up and down and up and down. Add a little bit of an angle if your shoulder can handle it. A little bit more of an angle, the direction of your back leg, following that diagonal. Focus on the pull down, right? So pull down, stretch up, pull down, stretch up. Okay, here's the tricky part. You're gonna go up and you're gonna bring that arm back towards your back leg and down towards the floor, very slowly up and overhead, all the way around. Now, this might be a good chance to drop one of those extra weights because the weight is away from the body. So this is gonna put a lot more force through your shoulder joint. So you may wanna drop one of those, drop it down a little. Go very slow here. You've got heavy weight on the perimeter. Reverse the direction. Think of your shoulder, it's a ball and socket joint. So it works in a round or circumduction type fashion. And you want to be strong in all those ranges of motion. One more rotation. So I wouldn't do this rotation unless you were warmed up. You definitely want to be warmed up to do this. Okay, let's do the other side. Line up your straight leg, your bottom knee, and your bottom hand. And notice that this bottom hand is not under the shoulder, it's a little bit ahead. Take 1 or 2 weights, and you're gonna tuck the elbow into your side, tone your belly, and go straight up and down. So we're doing all of this in a progressive way. We start with something more accessible for you, and then we build on that. So lots of places for you to be in this practice. If you want to add a little bit of an angle, you can feel how much a little bit more of a diagonal angle is going to add to the work in the shoulder and the arm. Focus on the pull down, then stretch it up. Pull down and stretch it up. Nice. 2 more. Your arms are probably getting a little tired here, so check it out. Whether you want to drop it down a notch, you're going to bring your straight arm down by your top hip, then down towards the floor and slowly up over the head. Slow circumduction. Really controlled in the shoulder joint. If there's any pain or impingement, decrease the circle, decrease the weight, or have the elbow bent a little bit more. Reverse the direction. Don't use your weights for stretching the arm. Use the weights for strengthening. Last rotation. Ooh, that's a good one, isn't it? Back to center. All right, guys, well done. Come onto your back. And actually, I'm gonna use a blanket roll. You can do this or not. You can either lie on your back purely or take a blanket roll for a supported back bend where the little blanket roll or block is behind the heart. Stretch the arms to a T, stretch the legs out. You're gonna rest in a supported back bend or rest in a mini shavasana for a couple of breaths, maybe 6 to 8 breaths here. Let the shoulders drop. The shoulders feel heavy. We want all the muscles in the arms and shoulders to completely let go. So take one more deeper than usual breath, stretching the chest, softening the shoulders. Bathe in gratitude. Feel your fingers and your toes. And roll to your side when you're ready to come up. Hands in front of the heart. One Om together. Om.